100 damn episodes. 100 episodes of the Cast and Blast podcast. And along the way, we realized something. Everyone in the outdoors seems to think they have all the answers.
Guys, we've had the Prince of Poachers sit at this table. We've had Texas game wardens sit at this table. Fishing guides, hunting guides, wildlife biologists, fishing biologists, gun gurus, bow gurus, catfishing gurus, bass fishing gurus, turkey killers, duck callers, and public land shot callers. And they all seem to pull up on 20-inch blades on the Impala.
We've had middle school anglers, high school anglers. We've even had collegiate anglers from the Baylor bass fishing team.
Dude, we've had thermal optics experts, archery experts, predator hunters. We've even had Bigfoot sighting investigators.
And if that's not enough, we've had published authors, movie writers, storytellers, a couple weird fellers, and some people that probably shouldn't have been behind the mic.
No doubt.
And after 100 episodes, you know what we learned?
Nobody
owns the outdoors. The old timers don't. The influencers don't. The tournament guys don't.
Nope.
The public land hunters don't.
Hell no.
The weekend warriors don't.
No.
No. The outdoors belong to anybody willing to live that lifestyle.
So what can we do to earn your trust in the game of the outdoors? Because at this table, we've come at it from every angle.
This way, that way, every way.
Hey, real talk. We've brought you the good, the bad, the ugly, the outlaw, the legal, the ethical, the questionable, the controversial, and baby, we're just getting warmed up.
We're
Let's
just
go.
getting started, baby.
You're watching the Cast and Blast podcast. Real fishing, real hunting, real talk. Today's episode is brought to you by J2 Deer and Hog Attracting.
Welcome back to the 100th episode. And to be honest, I'm still stuck on that Bigfoot investigation. Did we really do that as a team? I know I'm late to the show, but come on now.
We did have a Bigfoot investigator, man.
We had a whole series.
We had a whole series about like outdoor phenomena.
And we did a bit of investigating ourselves.
We did. And we found one.
They're not hard to find.
That just goes to show like the variety that we tapped into on this podcast. You know, I mean, we've
over
had
100 episodes.
Absolutely. You know, we've had every guest, every angle you can come across. We're talking about different, things about the outdoors. But, man, we've also been able to expand the cast.
Yeah.
You know, kind of started this episode 1 by myself.
Yep.
Jimmy was on episode 2. From that day forward, we had the Cast and Blast podcast. This was the crew. And now the crew is sitting here before you. 4 veterans that served together, sitting here bringing it to you weekly, man.
And we had one goal in mind when we started this, to have fun.
That's, as long as we're having fun, man, we're going to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
We've been doing it for 100 episodes.
100.
We've
dude.
had 100 funds. We've had 100 funds so far. So if you're watching this, we appreciate you watching, us have our 100 funds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been able to pick up additions to the cast. We've been able to do some improvements to the studio.
Yep.
We've been able to pick up a couple of new friends along the way.
We've picked up a lot of really cool friends.
Picked up
some
some
J2,
sponsors.
Cat Stick, different sponsors, stuff like that. We've just met a lot of really cool people. I mean, dude, we went to what was that grand opening we went to?
Farrell, Texas.
We went to Farrell, Texas Outdoors, and we were getting poked at, prodded.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, isn't that such
Hey,
and such?
you're so-and-so.
I got stopped at Walmart the other day with my wife, right? Super cool. If you see us in the wild, right, stop and say hi, right?
What'd the wife think about it?
Oh, dude, she was like, really? Okay, all right. It was super cool. So, yeah, if you see Bigfoot in the wild.
Dude, and let's not forget, we were at an expo center in Waco. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we took the show on the road.
On the road.
Took the show on the road.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was definitely stepping outside of our comfort zone that week. I mean, we set up a booth. We were able to take our merch down there. We were able to do, a whole bunch of, networking and stuff down there with the whole fishing and hunting community. Ace, that was your first outdoor expo, was it? What did you think about that?
Dude, my first outdoor expo, that was my first time running a podcast on the road.
Man.
Let's get serious, dude. Hey, there was so much there. There was a lot of first times for me there. I almost bought a Bronco.
Dude, I'm glad we left there unscathed.
Yeah.
Nobody spent too much money.
Yeah.
And man, the networking, the people that we met along the way,
The support that actually showed up out there with us,
people that came from all parts of Texas, people outside of Texas. You
Ty.
guys,
Ty, that's what I was gonna say. One of the highlights, Ty, if you see this, man, we're still a fan.
Yeah, big fan. Ty came down from Waxahachie
Yeah.
on his birthday
That's right.
Yeah.
to come hang out
That's
with
right.
us.
And
Like, that's super dope.
yeah. So we got to get Ty back on here and maybe
100%.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to it. Seen him a text the other day, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you guys, we got to talk again." He's got some. He's been thinking about it. Got some stuff up his sleeve. So.
Good,
I need
good.
Ty to write me a daggum recipe book is the first thing I need
Right.
from Ty.
Ty, if you're listening, we need you to come with a recipe or a few recipes. We're gonna break those down, and you guys that are watching now, we hit the milestone of 100.
Yeah.
What is it that we could do differently? What is it we can bring you guys that we haven't done? And I'm telling you right now, we're just getting started. We have some guest lineups that we're thinking about bringing in. We got some ideas of what we can do to add to what we're already doing as a production. If you haven't followed along, go back and watch how this journey has evolved.
You'll see how this 100th episode means a lot to us, just to see how much we have evolved, how much we have changed, and what we have put into it. And we're here to celebrate us. This
That's
is
right.
our episode, not to sound
It's my birthday.
yeah. Not to sound conceited or something, but this one's for us, guys.
It is.
We want to make it for you, but it's more for us. We want to pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
Not bad for a bunch of disgruntled, gray-bearded vets, man, just
Yeah.
getting together. And guys, this is our chance once a week to get together and kind of turn everything off. We got work, we got family lives, we got all that. This is our chance to turn that off and get reminded of what brings us together when we're out there fishing and hunting.
I went to the VA just the other day, and we were talking, with my brain doc. And they were like, well, do you want to start a therapy or something like that? I said, hell no, I do that every Thursday with these guys. And if there's 3 other people in this world that are more understanding about the veteran lifestyle, it's us right
Yeah,
here.
man. I mean, that's the beauty of
It's
this.
the deer camp.
Yeah.
This is deer camp.
Weekly deer camp.
That's
here,
it. That's we wanted to set up the studio to be that deer camp vibe. I feel like we have accomplished that. We wanted to be welcoming to our guests. I feel like we accomplished that, and we wanted to be welcoming to you every week. You tune in. You're supporting us. You're checking us out, and we appreciate that, man. We don't take that lightly. Is what we're getting at, and because we don't take that lightly, we put in the effort to make sure we're bringing you something every week. It's not just us rambling on the mics. We're trying to pick topics that are relatable to you guys.
But don't get us wrong. Sometimes it is just us.
Oh, it's a
rambling
whole
on.
lot of that.
It is. But speaking of those topics, we said it. I mean, how about that intro, right? We started thinking about what have we done on this podcast? What have we really done? And as we sat down and we took an inner look, we're like, damn.
That's a lot.
We had Prince of Poachers, we had biologists, we've had game wardens, we had the ethical, the controversial,
Rappers.
the questionables, the rappers, the entrepreneurs, the this, the that.
That's right.
We've really had
We've
a
looked,
broad spectrum. I think that's pretty cool, guys.
we've talked A to Z hunters.
That's right.
Right. We've talked different proteins, and we've talked we buried the hatchet on should you tip your guides.
Yeah.
What we've talked fishing, we've talked everything there is to talk about when it comes to the outdoors.
And Joe, you said it best, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's not just the wins, guys. It's what struggles we've had too. I've been completely open about I've been completely open about
Today's sponsor.
I've been completely open about eating tag soup if I didn't have a successful hunting season. But how do you measure success? And we talk about that. Man, I've had a lot of experience that woodsmanship.
If you
I
learn
gained
something-
so
yes.
much woodsmanship by failing, and I'll call it that because you didn't come home with a harvest, right?
Right.
So you go with a goal.
Coming home with without a harvest, not always failing. As
No,
long as you
that's what I'm
learn
getting
something.
at.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is like when you can walk away a season and just evaluate,
Yeah.
right? And say, man, I learned so much more by failing. Because guess what? If you're in and out and you're successful, you kind of spend the rest of the time like, celebrating,
Yeah.
beers at, victory beers at deer camp, all that stuff. Yes, that's a great experience. But woodsmanship is you're in, you're out, you're this and that, and you kind of feel you're riding a high, and you kind of feel like I got this confidence level. Next year I'm gonna be good, brother. It wasn't that way for me this year.
Let me ask
a
you
humble experience.
Let me ask you what you learned, because I've had a few other friends that I've taken turkey hunting their first year. Same thing, they didn't harvest, and what they learned is that they're never going to turkey hunt again. Did you learn that?
No, so I think what I learned was, we always joke about how you're chasing an animal that's got a brain this big.
Yeah.
And we as humans claim to be the smartest beings on earth, right?
Some of us do.
Yeah. But what I learned is that small brain is going to outsmart you 10 or 9 times out of 10. You gotta adapt.
Yeah.
And then the final thing that I'll leave it at that with is, and it's not just turkey hunting or any kind of hunting, it's just hunting and fishing in general. You can't control Mother Nature. You cannot control Mother Nature.
Will prove to you that she is the boss.
That's it.
No matter what.
You got to go humble, in my opinion. You just got to go humble, knowing that you're going as a killer and something else is, the prey, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That thing, every single second day of its life, is trying to stay alive. It's fighting for survival. So that's not an easy deal to close.
I love what you just said, and I'm going to say like yes and expand upon that. So check this out. Have you learned from other predators on the water and in the field?
By watching other predators? Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Think about that for a second. What can we learn from other animals, right, that fish and hunt? Because they do.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing it way longer than us. They're probably more successful than us. So pick up on the patterns of those predators and those, birds on the water and those, predators out there stalking animals and all that stuff, and watch their patterns. How are they picking up wind? How are they reacting to wind? How are they using the wind in their advantage? How are they using their wind to their...
That's how they do it.
That's like Ace said, back when I was still hiding out in the woods with the grizzly bears.
Yeah.
As a former Bigfoot.
Yeah. That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
I think that's justified.
Yeah.
It sounds way more legal.
100%. Former poacher, former Bigfoot. But the question is,
You wear a lot of hats.
I do wear a lot of hats.
Those are big feet to big shoes to fill.
Hey, could they have tried me that way? Because I was a Bigfoot at the time, right?
Well, people claim, what is it, mental incapacity or something?
yeah,
that crap when they go to the court and they say, well, we got to rule
legally
it out.
insane. Or,
Dude, you should have said, but guys,
look at me.
I'm Bigfoot.
So out of these 100 episodes, do y'all have a highlight that you're like, man, out of these 100, this is what stands out to me?
Well, I can tell you one thing. One thing I've done. I mean, I've hunted and fished my whole life. Right. I've been living the outdoor lifestyle my whole life. Since I came on here, and when we're interviewing guests or we're talking, hey, we're going to pick this topic and go, and I start doing my own research to somewhat
Speak somewhat intelligently about it.
Right. So to somewhat be smart on the topic, I have learned a lot.
Yeah.
Not just about the topic we're talking about. It's like, when we were talking bass fishing, I could care less about a ditch pickle. They taste good, but I could care less about them. But I've learned a lot more about bass fishing when we were watching Major League Fishing, when we were covering Major League Fishing.
Oh, yeah, true.
I've never really paid attention to Major League Fishing, but I started to, and now I'm like, okay, I've got Drew Gill's my guy. You know what I mean? So stuff like that has definitely, being here has definitely been
little eye-opening
experience
to how
me.
much more is out there. I know when we started this, I was like, man, we're going to cover everything in the outdoor so fast, we're going to run out of stuff to talk about.
You can't.
It's impossible.
You can't.
When you start peeling back the layers, you're
We
like...
barely scratch the surface.
Barely scratch it.
We do. And, we can't have the camera on for, 3-4 hours. I feel like we could, just because of that's the way we
100%
interact.
we could.
But for the sake of your entertainment, man, we're not going to do that
Yeah.
to you. But I will say this.
What's probably more entertaining, though, is the conversations before and after the camera. That's the
100%.
So let's talk a little bit about that, and let's kind of go behind the scenes here a little bit for our viewers and, for ourselves to go back at some point and reflect on this. And, one day excuse me, one day our kids are going to look at this and hopefully they'll, get a laugh at it. Somebody else.
Look at my cheesy ass dad.
So, but check this out, man. Let's talk about
now.
some other things that have improved along the way, right? I would like to say that communication skills have gotten better for me just because, you are, you could say, hey, I want to start a podcast. And let me do this in a way that respects everybody else's journey, because we have had the privilege of hearing from our friends that maybe we inspired them to do a podcast.
That was amazing.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We've had, being entrepreneurs ourselves, inspired other people to become entrepreneurs. That's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
In which we got inspired by people. So it's an evolution, it's
Absolutely.
ongoing.
And then we have had the support from other people, and then we've learned how to extend that support and be like reciprocal, right? But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was like, man, how the things that we did on this podcast, guys, and we've said it here, in full disclosure, this episode, we said, hey, man, this one's for us, like a celebration, right?
Yeah.
But, man, let's talk about, like, the things that we've gotten better at as people by this podcast. And that's a beautiful thing, man. I have become a better communicator, a better listener, and that bled to my family, my kids, my wife, because I don't care who you are. You could say, I want to start a podcast. And depending on your cast, depending on the people you bring on, some people do talking head videos, just them straight in front of a camera. And it's just them talking. Maybe they're reading something. That's not easy to do, guys. It's not easy to just speak and do all that stuff, whether you're reading, whether it's edited, none of that stuff. It's not an easy thing to do. Do you feel like your communication skills have gotten better since you started this?
I think they have gotten better. And I'm going to tell you why I think that they got better is we've had to do so much more communication outside of us than what we planned, or not that we planned, just that we had to do. And what I'm talking about is working with the community. We've done quite a bit of things with the community. The Christmas presents. We've done different activities where we supported or sponsored different things, and
you guys
tournaments and stuff like that.
Supported and sponsored the Chiefs.
Right. So
the Bambinos baseball team.
There's a lot of things out there that we've done that I didn't know was out there in the community, because I'm kind of a hermit in my own little world outside of the Cast&Blast podcast, right?
I think that's most Oklahomans.
Yeah, could be. So, it opened my eyes to how much stuff in the community you can do to help, and with that comes the communication portion of it. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Joe? What are some things that you could take away from this experience that you feel like has, maybe changed your life in a good or bad way? I know the other day you were recognized at Walmart by somebody, and that, that was kind of like a cool experience. It's like, hey, man, you're the guy from that podcast,
Yeah, and so I've learned that talking to just everybody, because I'm the type of guy that's like, I can't sit with my back to the door. I don't like crowds, stuff like that.
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
But, that's totally normal.
Yeah.
Normal stuff. Dude stuff.
But I've learned that now that we're doing this, and that I have to be more susceptible to talking to everybody and just being that guy that's like, oh, hey, welcoming. And it's definitely helped my communication, and it's kind of helped me.
Been therapeutic?
Yeah,
in a
therapeutic
sense?
almost. Because we all learn from each other. We talk we talk so much to each other, and then we do this, and then we go on the road, or we go to a grand opening, or we go do this and do that. It's helped me a lot along the way.
I love to hear it.
That.
And it keeps you busy. What it does is there's never nothing to not do with this whole podcast.
100%.
If we had more time, there's other things that we would do. But the truth behind it is we all got lives, outside of this studio.
Very good lives, man.
Yeah, very good lives.
With that being said, we have been through a lot with each other too.
Yeah. Sure, 100%.
Right? You guys were with me when I sent my daughter off to basic training. She's getting ready to graduate.
Likewise
now,
here.
Right? Ben was with me.
Just sent
Yep.
Ben's daughter.
Yep. Ben was with me on the football field.
First day you got the call.
First phone call I got from my daughter. And let me tell you, you'd have thought I was having a freaking heart attack.
Dude, and I had a moment. I had to walk away because I knew I was going to experience that call. And I was like, dude, I'm going to lose my shit when I get that call. You know, like, I don't know how he's standing here holding it together.
Have you got that call yet?
I got her first call saying, this is my duty station. You know, it was really cool. I got to record it.
Yeah?
How did those Bigfoot tears look like coming? Are they big?
Bigfoot doesn't cry.
Oh, Bigfoot doesn't cry. My bad.
Ace, let me ask you, man. You kind of got thrown in the fire here. So you guys that are watching now, man, you've seen the evolution of our podcast. You've been following around. We've gotten I brought in Ace. I asked him to help us out because I knew we served together. I knew the working relationships when you work together in the military.
Yeah, yeah.
It becomes so seamless, and I don't have to ask a guy to reach into a toolbox while I'm working on something. They know what I'm working on. They hand me a tool.
Ace is the type of guy that when you ask for a tool, he just holds your hand.
Yeah, well, on top of that, man, Ace and I have the background of working on helicopters together in the desert. But then I also know that his background as a PAO was going to help us tremendously.
Yeah.
Ace, we can't thank you enough for adding value to our podcast because now we all get to sit at the table together. We all get to look at you and have
Force multiplier. That's
what it is. I love it.
Force multiplier.
Thank you so much for being part of this with us, man. I'm so glad to have you here, and I'm proud of the journey that we've been on as friends, as veterans, and we'll tap into that here in a second. But what have you taken away from this experience, man?
So before I mention my takeaways, I would love to tell the fans are following that. I remember that phone call from Ben. Hey, bro, I need some help. What's up, man? What you got? What you got going on? Do I need to take a six-pack? Right?
Did I bring a shovel?
He's like, hey, I need to set up a podcast. I'm like, let's do it.
Wow. Yeah.
So Ben asked me, hey, where do I start? And I say, hey, you gotta start with the end goal. What is your end goal vision? What do you think you want to accomplish? You say, you know what? This is where I want to be. And we started from there. We made a list, got a few things under his studio setup, and next thing you know, I'm back. Episode what? Almost 80-something?
Yeah.
Hey, I need you. Let's go back. You got the setup going. It's running. We're getting really busy. We expanded the cast. I need you to come back to the show to produce. What time?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So takeaways from me, dude, I can sit here and give you a list, but that's why the episodes are there. I can take away that camo is not cheap. Right? I have a better understanding when I was wearing camo, right?
If you go fishing with Jimmy, take water.
If you're going to go fishing with Jim, he is 1,000% one to investigate what the hell's on the other side of that ridge.
Yeah.
So just go with it. I've learned that hunting isn't a one-man show, dude. I think sometimes it takes a team.
Yeah,
Takes a
I
team.
like that. I
I've
like that
seen-
perspective.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I've never really looked at it that way, but coming from the outside.
Yeah, can you go hunting on your own?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. But sometimes some of these events require, a battle.
You need
Yeah.
some.
There you
You need
go.
somebody left and right. I mean, and of course we got to get content, But yeah, man, there's so much we can talk about. But I'm glad to be here. I got to introduce the show today, so let's go, man. There's more. There's more coming. All right,
Let's go.
Back to you, Ben.
So the next thing I want to tap on, guys, we just observed. I won't say celebrated because for us it hits different.
Yep.
But we just observed Memorial Day, right, last week. We are 4 veterans that served together, and we served with a lot of great Americans that made the ultimate sacrifice. I don't want to get too deep, but I will talk about how our experience having shared that together has really brought us to a different, humble thing that really opens the door to communicate with others as well. Because one thing we've learned in the military and in our uniform is everybody is fighting a battle. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own battle. We're first off, thank you for, to the, we won't say thank you, but we honor those and we'll never forget the names of those we lost. But now that we're back and we're still struggling ourselves, a lot of people don't really know that we've all had our dark times.
And still do.
And still do. The communication and the team that we've built here is a life-saving event for me. We've been able to reach out to each other as brothers. Jimmy and I spent a lot of time sharing personal things out in the woods and stuff.
We'll open this up real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking to other veterans, if there's any of you veterans out there that are watching this,
The reason why I'm opening this chapter.
right? And that is, family is everything. Family is everything, but they can't do everything for you. Sometimes a good friend can do more than what family can.
Absolutely.
Often, not all family, but sometimes that family member doesn't understand or know what you're talking. They can't relate, but that buddy that went through it with you, they 100% can relate. So you have those conversations. They were there with you, but they got a different perspective of it, of whatever that scenario is. So sometimes it's better to talk to a friend than it is family.
And we open that and extend that invite to you guys that outside of this podcast, if you need somebody, especially veterans out there that are watching this, let me tell you right now, it would not be our first phone call that we get where we have to talk somebody out of doing something that could be maybe their last phone call.
Permanent.
We are extending that invite in the most sincere way. If you are a veteran that is struggling, or you're a veteran, if you're a human being that needs somebody to talk to, reach out to us via email. We'll make sure we get you in touch with us.
Our Facebook chat is
Facebook message, anything.
All of our numbers are public.
Yeah.
On the YouTube or
Correct.
on whatever.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, don't not call.
Yeah. And we've
Let it go.
We just did Memorial Day. That's why I have two friends that I've never cried for as much as with these guys. And I was that last phone call. We understand that sometimes when you make a decision like that, it's already made. And I feel grateful that I was that last call. But at the same time, it's a burden I carry with me for the rest of my life. Because I feel like I didn't do enough, but just how serious it is. That's why I brought it up, because we don't get a chance to share with you another side. And this was a podcast about a podcast, really, but it's really four guys, real dudes, real veterans that have been through a lot together. We're brothers for life. We're going to continue to be that for each other, but we opened that door to be there for you. And another way that reunited us all was the outdoors, guys. So I encourage you to use that as a way to build a community, build a friendship, build a bond with those people that you fish and hunt with. Don't be afraid to tell them something you're going through. Don't be afraid to share with them some hardships and stuff, because what you would realize is once you start talking about it, more and more you'll find out that those people are going through things too. And then it becomes so much more relatable, because we're all afraid to raise our hand and say, I need help. We're all afraid to raise our hand and say, I'm going through something. But man, how many times have we pretty much saved each other's life out in the woods, just quiet and saying, hey man, I'm going through this thing, dude, that I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this, bro. I'm in quicksand right now.
When you have a friend that can see those signs, when we're out in the woods and we don't even have to say anything to each other. We just, dude, what's on your shoulders, man? There's something going on. What's on your shoulders? Like, you just notice it before, and don't be afraid to ask that question.
Yeah, and I know it got deep and it got serious, but man, this is a real, raw, and unfiltered podcast.
Yep. Well, go ahead.
And if you guys have learned anything from watching us, we don't hold anything back. We don't filter nothing. We don't,
I ain't scared.
But I want you to know, like, if you've learned anything from watching, is that who we are here in front of this camera,
same people,
is who we are with each other when the cameras are not on.
Yep.
Is who we
are with you. A little more explicit language.
Yeah, we are. This is who we are with you if you meet us out there. This is who we are with you if you called me right now, if you emailed us, if you saw us out at the boat ramp, if you saw us out, at the public land park in or whatever. Now hold on.
If you see me in the woods and you walk up to me while I'm hunting, we're gonna have a different conversation.
You're gonna smell him first.
You're gonna hear me tapping on trees.
Yeah.
Right?
But
that's just me after Taco Bell. Right?
And if you don't hear that, you're gonna hear the deer stand break.
Yeah. He's working on it.
Bigfoot, man.
I'm on Atkins, damn it. No, man, but you guys see, man, we're just freaking real as it comes, man. And I look at other podcasts and I see other YouTube channels and I see other things, and I also see that they're kind of trying to be something that.
Well, we're a little bit different in the way that a lot of other podcasts are an inch wide and a mile deep, right? They dig down deep into one thing. We're a mile wide and an inch deep. We want to just have fun.
It's a cast net, man.
Yeah, it's a cast net, man. We're conversating about something. We're not.
We're
not digging deep. Joe's been 1 inch deep his whole life.
But if you guys think about it, think about the name behind Cast and Blast podcast.
Yeah.
There is no off season for us.
No.
There is no turning this off.
Nope.
There is no seasonal Cast and Blast.
Nope.
Cast and Blast is year round.
Yep.
It is not a brand or a logo, although it's a pretty cool ass logo.
Sick.
This is a lifestyle, guys. Like Cast and
what we
Blast.
do.
It's what we do.
Yep.
When you see us out at the booth and you see that trade show and there's like, what's going on over there? Cast and Blast podcast. Oh, fishing and hunting. Who is it? That's the Cast and Blast crew. What do? Cast and Blast. There's no questions.
Yeah.
There's no hidden secrets, no hidden meaning.
Yeah.
This is who we are, bro.
And
Speaking of,
Yeah.
you can come out this weekend and come see us at Band of Brothers Barbecue.
June 6th.
Right?
That's right.
June 6th. That's
If you're in
coming
the area.
Saturday, right? So that's going to be an awesome event. You've
Talk
got
about it, man.
You've got 1MO. You've got J2. You've got the Four Hood Pond Hoppers.
Spray and Pray podcast.
I think it's Slaying and Praying.
Slaying and praying, spray and pray.
Okay. Oklahoma.
Slaying and praying.
Something like that.
Oklahoma. And we're going to be a Band of Brothers Barbecue here.
Another
just outside of
veteran-owned
Killeen.
small business.
Veteran-owned and operated.
I think they've been
small
voted
business.
best of the best.
They're like
for-
in the top 10 best barbecue in Texas,
Dude,
2026.
they're killer. Listen,
yeah.
these guys, they cook whole dinners for people on like Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that. Whole dinners, not just here's a turkey.
Right.
Whole meals. And they provide everything. I mean,
I just
these
got them
guys
to
are
cater
just-
my whole high school graduation.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
I
Support
love
them,
that,
man. We got to support them.
That is
Absolutely.
dope.
So come out and see us then, June 6th, right? This coming weekend. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of people there. Bring your bow, bring whatever, and we're going to hang out and have a real good time.
Bring a good attitude because we're out there going to be having a good time, man, and we're going to be networking with all.
And bring some beer.
Bring some beer.
Kyle,
Lone Star Light,
Lone
you already
Star
know.
Light.
Yeah.
Hey guys, speaking of that, are we taking cameras or mics, or is that still up in the air?
Oh, no, we're taking everything.
Well, we don't ever go anywhere without cameras.
Yeah.
Pants are optional.
Yes. Pants are
Pants
optional.
are optional.
Women's
Women's,
pants are
yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm wearing women's pants right now, baby. Yeah.
And
We've got so much coming up. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot going on
not
behind the
going to
scenes.
get into it, but let me tell you.
But damn it, boy, we're still
Dude,
here. We're
the
still
chess
committed.
pieces are moving.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
still here. We're
yes.
committed to bringing you guys 100 more episodes. And, man, I hope you guys are genuinely enjoying these podcasts because we enjoy doing them. I thought we were going to kind of get into some, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, but I think we'll bore them with all of that stuff. All you guys need to know is that we're not going anywhere. We're just getting started.
Yep. Hey, check it out. If you want to see a little bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff, make sure you guys are following us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Sometimes we might pop up and just be live on one of those platforms. You'll never know if you're not following
Hopefully
us
we're
on
not
all of
live
them.
like Shannon Sharp was. But we can't make any promises.
Had to bring that up.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've definitely enjoyed it. We can't thank you enough for the support. This was episode 100 of the Cast and Blast podcast. This is real fishing, real hunting, real talk.